Take a look at a chimpanzee, covered head to toe in hair. Gorillas, same thing. Orangutans, same thing. Now look at your own arm. Almost nothing there. Honestly, kind of embarrassing. Well, some of you might have enough to justify a wax appointment. Anyway, there are over 5,000 species of mammals on Earth. Almost all of them are covered in fur. Humans are basically naked. Like showing up to a party and realizing you're the only one who didn't get the dress code. For mammals, fur is survival gear. It blocks cold, shields from sun, and protects skin, and we just got rid of it. Why? But here's the part that's even stranger. Humans aren't actually hairless. The human body has about 5 million hair follicles. That's almost the same number as a chimpanzee. Same hardware, completely different result. The difference is thickness. Chimp hair is coarse and long. Human hair is so fine and short it's practically invisible. It's there, just pretending it's not. So our hair didn't disappear. It went invisible. Why did this happen? The answer is about 2 million years ago, on the African savanna. Earth's climate was changing. Africa's dense forests were shrinking, and vast open grasslands were taking their place. Our ancestor, Homo erectus, started living on this open plain. No shade, no fans, no iced coffee. Midday on the savanna hits over 40 degrees Celsius, and they had to hunt in this heat while running. Most mammals have only one way to cool down: panting, like a dog with its tongue hanging out. Adorable. Not very efficient, though, because you can't sprint and pant at the same time. So most animals overheat within minutes of running full speed in the midday sun. They have to stop. But humans had a different method. Sweat. Yes, that same sweat that makes you a biohazard in a crowded elevator after a workout. The human body has 2 to 4 million sweat glands, more than any other mammal on Earth. Not exactly the kind of first place you brag about, but when sweat evaporates off the skin, body temperature drops. This is far more efficient than panting, and it works while you're running. But here's the contradiction. Fur and sweat don't work together. Thick hair traps heat and blocks evaporation. It's like running on a treadmill in a winter coat. If you've tried it, you know. So the hair had to go thin enough for sweat to evaporate directly into the air. This is the most widely accepted theory. The cooling hypothesis. Humans lost their hair to cool down more efficiently. But why did they need to cool down that badly? This is where a terrifying hunting method enters the picture. Persistence hunting. The method is simple. Just keep following the prey until it collapses. An antelope or zebra can hit 60 to 70 kilometers per hour. No human can match that speed, not even Usain Bolt. But those animals can't run for long. 5 to 10 minutes at full sprint, and their body temperature hits dangerous levels. They have to stop and cool down. Humans are slow, but they never stop. Sweat keeps them cool while they run for hours. You know the character in horror movies, the one that never runs but always catches up? That was our ancestor. The animal sprints, stops, sprints again, stops again. Every time it looks back, the human is still coming. Same pace, same direction, closer. Eventually, the animal collapses from overheating. The human arrives. It's over. This is persistence hunting. The sand people of Africa still hunt this way today. Humans are actually among the best long-distance runners on the planet. We'd lose a 100-meter dash to a house cat, but in a marathon, we beat almost everything. If that's hard to believe, then consider this. In Wales, there's an annual man versus horse marathon. Humans and horses race over 40 kilometers. This is a real event. On hot days, the human wins. While the horse slows down from overheating, the human just keeps sweating and running. Hairless skin plus millions of sweat glands. Doesn't look like much, but it's the most powerful cooling system of any land animal on Earth. But wait, if evolution got rid of all that hair, why did it keep the stuff on our heads? The brain is extremely sensitive to heat. Even a slight rise in body temperature can impair brain function. Head hair creates a shade layer over the scalp, protecting the brain from direct sunlight, evolution's free hat, and it grows back automatically. So body hair disappeared, but head hair stayed. Because the brain gets VIP treatment. What about eyebrows? They redirect sweat running down the forehead so it doesn't pour into your eyes. Small feature, Big difference. Eyelashes block dust. Armpit and groin hair reduces friction and helps spread scent signals. Yeah, and it actually had a function. Whether it still does is debatable. Every hair that stayed has a reason for staying. Every hair that disappeared has a reason for disappearing. And after losing hair, an unexpected chain reaction followed. Skin color. When fur was still present, skin wasn't directly exposed to UV radiation, so early humans likely had light skin, similar to what you see under a chimpanzee's fur. But once hair disappeared, skin was directly exposed to UV radiation. UV breaks down folate in the skin, and folate is essential for fetal development. To block UV, the body needed melanin. Individuals with more melanin had healthier children. Over time, early humans in Africa developed dark skin. Dark skin came after hair loss. There was a sequence. And lighter skin? That developed when humans migrated out of Africa to northern regions with weaker UV radiation. In regions with less UV, too much melanin actually blocks vitamin D production. So skin lightened again. Savanna expansion, thermoregulation, hair loss, skin color changes, it's all connected, and it all started with hair. The thermoregulation theory is the leading one, but it's not the only explanation on the table. The parasite avoidance hypothesis, proposed in 2003 and surprisingly persuasive. Ticks, fleas, and lice live in hair, nowhere to hide. If the hotel shuts down, the guest can't check in. Fewer parasites meant better health, and better health made you more attractive. This is where the sexual selection hypothesis comes in, proposed by Charles Darwin himself. Darwin argued that smooth skin was an advantage in finding a mate. Clean skin signals health. No parasites equals healthy equals attractive. Looks have mattered for 2 million years. One more factor, fire and clothing. Humans controlled fire about 1 million years ago. Clothing came roughly 170,000 years ago. With fire and clothing, fur's insulation function is no longer needed. This doesn't explain why we lost our hair, it explains why we survived without it. We traded fur for jackets. Much more stylish, honestly. The most likely answer is a combination of all of these. Thermoregulation started it. Parasite avoidance and sexual selection accelerated it. Fire and clothing maintained it. Let's go back to where we started. Why are humans the only ape without fur? 2 million years ago, for our ancestors stepping onto the African savanna, the ability to cool down was survival itself. Losing hair and gaining sweat glands was one of the most powerful upgrades evolution ever gave us. It made humans the greatest distance runners on the planet. While every other animal collapsed from the heat, humans kept running. Next time you're in the shower and you notice your smooth skin, remember something. That smoothness isn't a weakness. It's the greatest legacy left by an ancestor who never gave up, chasing prey across the African plains 2 million years ago. Sure, it gets cold in winter, that's what jackets are for. If you found today's video interesting, please subscribe and leave a like. Next time I'll bring you another hidden story about humanity. Drop your questions in the comments.